Good morning and welcome to Fort Zeller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful Thursday yesterday. Today is Friday, November 15th, 2019. It's day 4. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to invite you once again to participate in the Mindful Minute. It's a great way to get ourselves ready. That's one of our 3Bs. Ready for the day. And in doing so, allowing us to let go of all of the stresses and worries, or the sources of those stresses and worries from the past as well as the future. Remember, the past has already happened. There's nothing we can do about it, so we do need to manage it, but we'll manage it through how the past has manifested itself in the present. If it's making us worried, if it's making us angry, we have to identify those emotions and process through those. And as far as the future goes, it hasn't happened yet, so there's no promise of it. Even if it may be very likely that it'll happen, it hasn't happened. It's not real. The only thing that's real is the present moment, right now, right here. Now, we've taught you many techniques. Some of you guys have been coming up with new techniques. I hope to share them over time with you. And I encourage you all to come up with new techniques on your own, things that will work, hopefully, for you. And if they work well for you, perhaps we'll share it on video. Now, today, choose one technique that works for you. You can close your eyes if you want. You don't have to close your eyes. Most important part, as I've always said, is to anchor yourself in your breathing and focus on the present moment. So let's go ahead and begin. As we typically do to ready ourselves for this focusing activity, just notice your body for just a little bit. Everything. But particularly the weight of your body. Just notice that you exist, and notice that you are resting on some sort of surface, whether it's a chair or the floor. And speaking of that surface, notice how that surface has supported your body, how it holds you up. And then now I invite you to take a breath in through your nose, filling your belly with air, and out really slowly through your mouth. Very good. Now, as I've noticed with you and even with myself, that first breath typically can be a little bit slower. So I want to challenge you to be slower and more deliberate and more intentional with your second breath. In and out. Allowing your shoulders to relax and dangle off your body. Very good. Now go ahead and go ahead and begin your breathing technique, whether it's the starfish breathing or rainbow or whichever technique you want to use. But always allow yourself to notice your breath in and out. Now, as you get into the rhythm of your breath, experiencing every bit of that breath in and out, notice your surroundings too. What do you hear? I've got a small heater blowing on me right now, and I could hear the motor just working. What do you hear, though? What do you feel against your skin? Whether it's the clothing or, in my case, a collar rubbing against my neck, or the warm air from the heater being blown onto me. What do you smell? And then turn your attention inward, onto your body, into your body, noticing your toes and your ankles and your knees and your thighs and your hips and your back. What do you notice about how these various parts of your body feel? My upper back is a little bit sore, perhaps from some of the stresses from the day. I'm not judging it, I just notice it. On the other hand, I've noticed that my feet feel quite rested, and that's a little bit surprising given how much I've used them today so far. Turn your attention to your feelings and your emotions too. Those are important. Identify them. And it is okay if you have feelings and emotions that may not exactly be happy. They can be sad and sorry or worried, nervous, anxious. Don't get too caught up in how they came about or what caused them. Just notice that you are. In and out. Sit with those emotions and feelings and let them be and let them tell you what they need to tell you. But don't seek to change those emotions. Now in a moment you'll hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. And when you can't hear it anymore, you may then open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Welcome to a new day right here at the Fort, where you are loved, where you are cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Whether you have a great day or not is ultimately your choice, so choose wisely, work at it, and enjoy the rewards. At this moment, please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much for joining me in the Mindful Minute. I really appreciate all of you guys for participating and joining in. For those of you guys who didn't, thank you for being polite and giving us an opportunity to participate. Now, one thing that I would really want to remind you is that we have three rules here, three expectations. Number one, be respectful. Number two, be responsible. And number three, show that you're ready to learn. And that third one, being ready, is something that you have, for those of you guys who participated in the Mindful Minute, have already started. So thank you so much. Don't forget, these apply in class, in the hallway, on the bus even. Also, don't forget that today is the last day of Homelessness Awareness Week. One thing I really want to invite you to really think about is that the people who currently are homeless deserve dignity. They are human beings. They deserve to be treated with respect, and they've simply fallen on hard times and are struggling through whether it's within themselves or simply due to bad luck. So I want to encourage all of you to be an advocate, and that is somebody who speaks up and does action to help others. We all have a responsibility to stand up, and standing up for the rights of others is incredibly important. Also, don't forget, today is November 15th, 2019. You'll never have this day back again. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.